Usual requests. Jumping out of an airplane is pretty straightforward.
And what about getting back into the plane?
I'd recommend a good travel agent.
Without it landing?
Now that's more like it, Mr. Wayne.
In the Dark Knight, Oscar-winning actor Morgan Freeman builds Batman the tools to beat the bad guys, and fellow Oscar winner Michael Caine is making sure the Cape Crusader lives to fight another night. Take a look.
Know your limits, Master Wayne.
Batman has no limits.
Well, you do, sir.
Well, can't afford to know them.
What's going to happen on the day that you find out?
You all know how much you like to say, I told you so.
On that day, Master Wayne, even I won't want to. Probably.
Please welcome back Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman.
I've never met him before. Doesn't matter.
See, everybody who goes on this show she's worked with.
I met her in a Russian tea room about 20 years ago.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
We were having lunch, and there was this lady sitting, and we started talking.
Oh.
And it was what we got.
But you didn't make a movie together? No, I've never made a movie. You know, it's funny. Never made a movie with Morgan. There's so many. I know a lot of people. I just haven't worked with a lot of them. But, you know, one day maybe when I grow up, I'll get back in the business and
come into Batman. You'll be with both of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the next one, we're in it. We're always in it.
Nanny.
Yeah, you can be
That's my nanny.
I love it. You got your role all together.
I need to be a superhero.
Come on, Bruce, eat.
Michael and Morgan, you guys have both been in the business for over 40 years.
Really?
Well, yes.
Together or each? What?
Each. Together, a culmination.
You've been in it 40 years.
Some business. I've been in
it 50 years.
50.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've been in it 55 years.
55 years.
5 years. And didn't you retire once? We're talking about Brett
retire
Favre
every
retiring.
now and then.
You do?
And you are allowed to come back.
Yeah, well,
but I think his retirement has almost always been forced retirement, you know. It's like the phone stops ringing.
But the business retires you. This business retires you. The phone doesn't ring, or you get scripts you don't want, no one else wants to do, or you get the script and then there's no money attached.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're a movie actor, you have to get up at 6:30 in the morning. Right. So there's got to be a little money there as well.
Absolutely, to get you up.
Both of you are very, very famous, and your pictures and your faces are out there, and yet I heard they stopped you at the airport. They thought you were a terrorist.
I thought I was a terrorist, yeah.
Tell me that story.
What happened?
The profile.
You'd be amazed. I fitted the profile of the 911 bombers.
What?
All of them. And the reason for this was, it was very funny because the guy stopped me, and I said, I said, why did you stop me? He said, the computers picked you out as a terrorist. And so he starts searching me, and he's going, I loved you in The Man Who Would Be King, you know. What the bloody hell are you searching me for? He said, you fit the profile of the 911 bombers.
Did you have baggage?
My wife had left the day before and taken the bag. I was making a movie in Texas, and I wanted to go straight from the set to the plane. So I had no bag. So he said, you have no luggage, you're a foreigner, you're in first class, you're on your own, and you're the last on the plane.
Wow.
And you had a one-way ticket?
And I had a one-way ticket.
Wow.
And that is the complete profile of every single 911 bomber. I said to him, but I didn't learn to take off a plane and not land. I said, there was your clue you missed. It's only 21 guys say, oh yeah, we're only learning takeoff. We don't need to know about landing.
Right. Well, you guys have been in the Batman series, but you had never worked together before the Batman films. No. What was it like to work together? You got great chemistry.
Can I tell him this? We've never actually worked together.
Right.
He's always in one scene with Bruce, and I'm in another scene with Bruce.
Oh,
so we don't work together.
We did a little bit in the first one, didn't we?
Yeah. In the first movie, I'm in a picture with Michael Caine, and I said to Chris Nolan, listen, I've got to get on set with Michael Caine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be in the movie with Michael Caine and not have anything to say to him. So they gave us that little
we had a little scene together.
Oh, that's
You
great.
did.
That's interesting, because we
it was
think you
nice.
spent all day long together making this movie, too.
No one spends all day long together making this movie because it's such a big movie.
Yes.
I mean, they started shooting this movie in the beginning of April. I came on the movie at the end of May. And my first scene was with Christian. I mean, Christian Bale, Batman. I'm his butler. And I said to Christian, how long have you been on this movie? He said, this is my first day.
Oh,
And he was Batman. They'd already been shooting 2 months. I'm just a butler, you know. I think I shot 2 weeks over 8 months. Because you know, but when you do come on the set, you speak quickly.
Yes.
You get your lines in.
You both have won your Oscars and earned them completely. There's a lot of buzz about Heath Ledger being nominated for his performance as the Joker. Do you think that will definitely happen?
Yeah.
I think if he doesn't, it's going to be a very big surprise to everybody.
Yeah, if he doesn't, I want to see the performance that beats him if he doesn't win, because this, I think he's have you seen him? You know,
He's outstanding.
He's
outstanding.
extraordinary. I mean, you know, you're supposed to speak well of the dead. I said all this long before he died. You know, I said it on the first day I was on the set with him, and you know, we were just sitting there talking, and I'd never seen him. He had the mask on and everything, and we're just sitting, we're chatting about whatever, and then the assistant said, "We're ready, Heath," and he goes in an elevator and comes out and crashes a party. And he came out with this performance, and I was completely stunned instantly, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not very impressionable, you know. I've been a movie actor for 50 years. This guy impressed me.
Yes.
And I do, well, he's obviously going to get nominated for the Oscar. And if it's up to me, he's going to win it.
Who else might be right?
Peter Finch.
Peter Finch
For Network. He
Yeah,
won
I think he's the only one.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
Well, Michael and Morgan, we have a lot more questions to ask you, so don't go anywhere. Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine will be right back.